Hello, everybody. Hi. Welcome and thank you so much for being here. This is going to be a collective and timeless reading, so whenever it finds its way to you is the right time. Just keep in mind it's a general reading. So see which signs and symbols, ideas resonate for you in your particular situation and help to bring you a little bit of clarity on whatever you're wondering, concerned, confused about. It could just broaden your perspective, show you something in a different way, through a different light. It could narrow your focus, perhaps show you something you were missing. In the end, trust yourself. Trust yourself. That divine inner guidance is inside of you. And try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition. So your decisions are sound and based in love for the highest, greatest good of everybody, all of us. So we're all uplifted in love. See how it feels for you. You know, in these general readings, different ideas and situations come through. So it might be one nugget, or it might be a bigger picture, maybe the whole thing. Maybe it's just fun to be here. Thank you for being here. Let's begin. We're going to start with the tea leaf. Let's get a couple little messages. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, our higher selves, angels, and energies of love have for the highest and the greatest good of all. Ooh, the woman and August. Ooh, okay, here we have the woman. So dealings or a relationship with a woman. So a feminine energy, woman or man. So this could be the center around the situation or who you're thinking about. What did I say before? August. Maybe you have an August birthday, a Leo or a Virgo. You have Leo or Virgo in your chart, or maybe something is happening big in August. You're getting ready for that special event, or something is going to take about until August to really start to move, or you're making your plans now, but this is when something like begins. What else do we have? Leg, bread, arrow. You are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. Well, that's a little wishy-washy. So there is something going right. There is something that feels a little more right than everything else. Like it's it's like I'm just getting like an arrow, like neon or something like that above you, like that way, like you're handling other things, but like that's the way you want to keep going. That's the way. A specific like target or direction in mind that feels like a blessing, or it feels like extra good. Leg is stepping into a new experience. Look at this leg. So a new experience is a new chapter. It's an open book, blank page, clean slate. New possibilities. Sometimes, a new experience can be like you dive on in, it's really exciting, and sometimes it can feel really different, not sure, like this is really, really new. This could be somebody else as well. And then what's bread? Period of prosperity and abundance. I just smell amazing bread. Prosperity and abundance. So something is growing. It has to do with a new territory, a new relationship, a new situation. Maybe this feels like a totally different direction. But this makes me think of like the cornucopia of possibilities. I feel like it's not just bread, although maybe it's just, something that feels like basic substance, but I feel like it's fruits, it's vegetables, it's different energies, not just plain old bread. Maybe it's finding that like solid stability first. But I can see yeast now, so it makes me think of like how the bread rising to the occasion, rising in vibration, something growing. And then I thought of the bread like cooking, and I thought of sealing, like a ceiling. And then I thought of a signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. So don't ask me how bread took me there. A little Stevie Wonder snuck in. Yeah, living on yours. Go to the, oh, I have to split this deck into two because it's very big. What is this? Teardrops. Oh, well, great personal sorrow is in there. So for some of you, there's something going on. I mean, crying. He says sorrow, but sometimes something happens and it's like happy tears. With the other messages here, I do get happy tears, which kind of just sneak out. But sorrow could be also leaving something behind because something's changing. It could be like a bittersweet. It could just be a situation that's going on, even though maybe sometimes everything's going right, but you still have something else that didn't work, went away, changed. It could also be somebody around you. You know, if all this change is happening for you, maybe somebody else is just going through something. You could be leaving sorrow behind. Let's see. I feel like that cleanses, though. It's like sometimes when you just let it out, let the tears out, it does feel better. So if something was bottled and stuck, emotions that weren't being noticed or attended to or nurtured, sometimes just getting it out really helps. 2, candle. You will be shown the way. So you're not only the right, that was that neon that I saw. So it's like, not only, you know, are you heading on the right way? You're going to be getting more and more signs that that is the right way, that a certain direction is extra special. It could also be help you get, you receive some advice, or I'm getting advice, which brings you clarity. You could be admiring somebody else. That's, you know, through example, showing you a way. Maybe it's not their way, but it's that energy that brings you that drive to go your way. Crib, birth or conception of a child or enterprise. So maybe some of you are changing a lot because you have a new baby coming through, or you're adopting, or it could even be an animal. Or if this is a project, that could be that new situation. Like it could just be picking up your paintbrush, starting a new project, getting a new job. Enterprise, I mean, that makes me think of big, like starting a business. Seeing how something that was maybe a hobby or just an interest can actually be the thing that you do that brings that prosperity in your life. Like, who knew you could do that? I mean, there's such interesting ways now that you can earn a living. Maybe it's not the typical way. And then we have a dark man. Tall, dark, and handsome. Could just be dark hair, dark skin, dark eyes. Maybe he has like a mysterious personality. Maybe he keeps a lot of stuff in the dark. You know, not everything is, maybe not everything is expressed, or there's more going on than you can see. Dealings or relationship with a man with a dark complexion or hair. I mean, that's very surface level. I feel like it could be deeper. I'm not getting like dark energy. I'm getting mysterious energy. Like more to discover. One more time. Unless nothing wants to come. 2. Oh, we have a lot of people. And we have an older woman dealing with a relationship with an older woman. It could be just mature, not necessarily an age thing. It could be a mother, a grandmother, a boss, somebody that has experience, wisdom. This could be you. And then you have coins. Money will be coming to you. I'm getting that it's really something weird. Either you have a strange job, or like a new position, or you didn't expect something, or it's just something really different. Like you didn't even know. Something you were just doing for fun maybe becomes a thing. Look at the coins. They're just falling from the sky. And they look like they're gold. It doesn't look like it's just paper money. So it looks like something that's bringing real value into your world. I mean, this actually says money. But money doesn't necessarily bring happiness. But you can acknowledge how it can bring you comfort, maybe freedom, the ability to help others, the ability to manifest more. But what is it that the joy, where does the joy come from for you when this comes through? Because if you just are overwhelmed with getting the money and building and then you don't have any of the experiences, maybe it's just experiences. Maybe this helps you to start having more like fun things that you do. I just saw like driving a race car. Maybe you can drive a race car for a day, or go on a really fun trip. Looks like paradise down here. I don't know why I just saw a person on a lawnmower. Maybe it's, getting more time to mow your lawn, tend to your garden, fix something up. That could be really valuable to do projects where you have something that feels like, like you feel good and proud that you accomplished something. What do we have? Let's do the Oracle Visions. This is a little more abstract. There's a lot going on in one card. So I'm going to pull one card and then I'm going to put the other side down. I think one card. Oh, we're going different directions here. This one. Clarity on the older woman, the dark man, woman, leg, candle, coins, teardrops, August, crib, bread, an arrow. One card, new focus for the collective. Here shuffles, so I'm going to keep shuffling. Okay, one card. Overall energy or focus. Maybe what this direction is, what's going on with all these people, all the success, this new territory, maybe some teardrops in the meantime, the rising bread. This is the same card that came out the last time I had this deck. So it's really seeing something in the perspective of how you would have seen something when you were young and how you may view it now. How you may have viewed it when you were in maybe a 3D vibration of just basic getting through the day and getting through life, and maybe on a vibration that's elevated, a little more spiritual, a little broader in perspective of you and the connection to the world. Maybe you in connection to your specific situation. There is an older and a younger woman here. So maybe it's recognizing how you were when you were young or where you want to go when you're older. This could be advice from different generations, but it's the same person at different ages looking through the same mask. Moving through the chakras from the red to the purple, moving through the seasons of our life. We have many chapters that unfold in our life, but the sun is the mask, or the mask is the sun. And maybe you got something backwards before, or the way that you're going, you felt like I'm actually getting like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward, or maybe, you were looking back too much, focusing too much on things from the past and not really just turning into the now, using that, taking a little look-see, but what can you change, or how can you do something different? What can you let go of so you go someplace new? Maybe preparing for the future. Maybe you never thought about that, how you could do something for you in retirement. Or maybe you're now in retirement and you're trying to think of these awesome things that you could do with your time. Maybe things that you dreamt about when you were younger and you just never tried. I wasn't going to pull another card, but that was the same one that came through before. So let's try to get a wider perspective, although that's a double message if you saw that reading. What is that? Number 4, stability, structure, foundation. You see observation there. One more card for the collective. Ooh, lucky chance. We're taking a chance, taking a risk. I mean, there's all like possibilities here. I feel like it's more like believing in luck. This girl has cards on her hair, like in her hair. She's rolling the dice. There's lucky clovers. Friday the 13th. Looking in the mirror. A black cat. And the like, what is this thing? The casino machine. The 7 and the 7 and the cherry, but it looks like the 7 is coming. So maybe this is kind of like the Wheel of Fortune. Luck is going to change. Something comes really fast. But if I'm getting that, like if somebody wins the lottery, but they don't understand maybe exactly how to place that money in the right areas so that it can grow, and they just spend it on a brand new car, spend it on something else, spend it, and then they have this amazing pocket of, you know, possibility, this good foundation to have something, and then they just kind of threw it all away faster than they thought. So it could be investing wisely so that something continues to grow, continues to come through. Now I just saw that win for life thing. So the difference between getting it all at once and like having it gone really fast, having maybe a good time in the like for a moment, but how can you make it last with this? Make it more like that win for life thing so that you get it's constantly coming in. So this could be, getting some help, financial advisor. This could be just where your luck is changing. I mean, I see the black cat, but I think it's beautiful. I think that could be like, I look at that as like healing energy when I think of the cat and the purr. Cats kind of know, dogs do too, but like sometimes animals know when you're like not feeling so good and they like give you extra attention. But when I think of the cat, I think of independence. I think like their relationship with people, it's like that you're their person, not that's your cat. Like they think about themselves. Whereas a dog is kind of different. But you are like taking a chance. You do have the clovers here. Trying something again, trying something new, taking a little bit of a risk. Sometimes you just, if it feels like it's like worth it or you're going to give it a go, maybe just give it a little risk. But I'm getting that like as a parable, although maybe some of you are going to a casino or something like that, but maybe just having a good time. It's all about having a good time. You're going to take a chance, have some fun. But if you're up, it's knowing when to stop. Being like knowing that's, that satisfaction point where it's good and you need to just take what you have and now is the time to go. Or going with a set budget. Like I'm going to go and I'm going to take my extra roll of quarters that I have and I'm going to take $30 or I'm going to take $200, whatever it is. And that's as much as I'm going to spend. And don't get under. So if you're winning and then you start losing, never get under that, at least the plateau of what you're winning. And if you lose it, like you go expecting to just have a good time anyway, and it was just a good day out. But that kind of energy, if that makes sense, like you have a limit of something that you're going to do, like something you're willing to invest in. That's where you're going to kind of like have that chancy energy. And then you want to have something else that you have stability. You want to keep the extra money in your wallet or in your pocket so you can get home, so you can have dinner, So you can handle, have money the next day. This is just a parable or like an example. Maybe it's actual for you. And then hopefully you have that lucky energy that just has the extra where you can somehow put it into something that's going to keep moving. So that could be just energy you put into a project, a plan. You have so much you're going to spend to get it going. That I'm getting like advertising now. So you're going to spend so much on advertising, and hopefully that'll get the word out there. But how can you maybe advertise and have it be free too? So having something set so it can, a bigger chance of possibility, something you're willing to let go of that could bring something big, but then also what can be a sure thing. Interesting. What decks of cards did I bring today? Oh, I brought fun ones. I was feeling like cartoons and TV. So one is like the TV series Tarot and one's the Mystic Melodies. Let's go to the Mystic Melodies. And when the TV one, I don't know all those TV shows. But let's see, we'll see what comes through. I'm going to do this guy first. Clarity on chances, luck, possibilities, seeing something through a different filter in a different way than you saw it before, seeing you in a different way, seeing somebody else in a different way. Card for the collective. 9 of Swords. I mean, if you like spent all that money and you had all those winnings, and then you kind of didn't follow your rules on, like going out or keeping that cushion or keeping that stability, this could bring you that. It could also be when you have new success, you're kind of overwhelmed with what to do with it. Like, what now? Making new plans. Are you ready? Is it going to go well? Is it going to continue to grow? This is, it's a minor arcana, but the 9 of Swords, it's just like you do have the candle here. You do have illumination. It could be being scared of success in some cases. This could be somebody around you too, but it's like thoughts that are kind of overwhelming. So you're not really sleeping at night, or maybe everything is going well, but there's one situation that you have, you really wanted, or one situation that you were focused on, and it's not sleeping, anxiety, stressful energy, getting wrapped up in your head. How do I figure this thing out? Sometimes I feel like this upside down is like thinking about something that's really good. You're still kind of overthinking. That thing stays there. You're still maybe not sleeping. That kind of stays there. But it's like when you're a little bit like obsessed about a certain thing, like thinking about a wonderful situation or wonderful possibilities or all of these things that could happen, these dreams. So this could be different ways, but it is thinking about something a lot and having it affect your energy, your sleep. Usually it's at night. Clarity on this 9 of Swords. Maybe somebody else too. Like twisted in your head. There could be too many what ifs, too many scenarios being made up, not just having that direct communication or clarity. You could be waiting for somebody to give you clarity, and that's getting you overwhelmed in your head. Somebody else is keeping you in the dark. Maybe somebody else is in the dark too. Let's see. Clarity on the 9 of Swords, please. Page of Swords. This would be that direct communication. Page of Swords is being really curious. Somebody observing a situation. Maybe not going right in right away. They're kind of holding back to see how something goes, but I don't feel like they're very tactful. They are intelligent, but they're inexperienced. It could just be a message that has a simple, like a direct, it's not necessarily clear, but it's a direct answer or a direct text. Sometimes it's kind of harsh. I'm getting, like, it could be even rude, but maybe they didn't mean to be rude. If someone's busy and they send something out, it can be taken wrong in text. It could just be like you get a little bit of clarity, but not enough. I mean, I feel like this little person, like, has this big sword they don't quite know how to use yet. They're trying to be like the knight, you know? Like, they're ready to go, but I don't think they maybe know what they're getting involved in. But they're really intelligent. The Page of Swords is smart. It's an air sign. So I do feel like they can figure it out. There just has to be more experience. Maybe that's gathering all that. They need to see how something works first before they just dive on into something. Now I see these two together. Look, the Page of Swords and this video machine or game or situation or business or whatever this is, or partnership. It's like maybe they just don't know that person quite yet, or that game, how it plays. I mean, this is the person I would say upside down just dives on in. They're like, I don't know how to play poker. I don't know how to play craps or blackjack or whatever. Just fold, whatever. And they don't know what they're doing, and they could lose from that. But this could also be the person, or, you know, asking you, even if you don't know everything yet, like, you can learn. Maybe you need to just kind of sit back and watch something first and get a little idea how it works. And it could still feel new when you try, but that gives you a better chance. Clarity on the Page of Swords and the Knight of Swords. It's a lot of thinking energy. Oh, the Sun. I mean, you're going to figure it out, or you are going to have prosperity. You are going to have the chance to grow. Teach somebody else. You're going to come out of the dark. The Sun is being, like, beautiful. Your big, authentic self. Feeling really, really, really happy. Like, how did that happen? Like, what an opportunity. Like, or how did I get here? How did this happen? This could be somebody really bringing the sunshine into your world. If it was dark, or you had, like, you know, you were really unclear or wrapped up in your head about something, you know, feeling like you're, you know, trying to figure something out but didn't know what to do. I mean, this sunshine coming into the world is figuring it out, getting really good advice. Like, the sun is beaming. Like, you see the bigger picture now. You know what to do. You know where to go. You don't even need a map because you can see everything now. It's blessings. It's beautiful. It's happiness. It does look like you're on the horse actually moving, and there's a wall there. So maybe there was a wall for a reason. You needed to be on the other side of the wall. It looks like these sunflower things are actually like this. Like, there's energy around you that's so grateful to see you in a position, or figuring something out, or following this joy. Maybe somebody knew that you were, like, getting in your head, or they saw that your energy was weird before and now it's totally different. Or if you're the sunflower, you're observing something where you're really being directed with that neon sign thing, sunshine, for you. Like, oh, yes, that's the way. Because the sunflowers follow the sun. You have a Page of Cups at the bottom. This could be a little mess. I mean, so you have messages coming through with the Page, or really being young in a situation that you have to use both your intellect and your intuition on this situation. So if it's new, you do have to balance your heart and your head. You can't be all in your head with all the plans, because then the ego can get overwhelming and, like, stop you, or, you know, maybe move you. You have to use your heart. Your heart is smart too. Your heart wants to come through in this situation. There's love. This is a message of, hey, you want to go out? You want to try this? You want to give it a go? The Page doesn't know anything. Like, everything yet. The desire is there, the dreams are there, you have the way to connect, but you haven't really had much experience yet with something. I'm like dreaming of this love, dreaming of asking somebody out or having a relationship or following your heart with something that brings you like pitter-patter joy. But it's like a crush energy. It's just a little crush, not like I faint every time we touch. It's, what's that? Jennifer Paige? I think that was the only song that was like a hit. It could just be somebody has a crush on you. Maybe it starts out as a crush. You have a crush on someone else. Maybe that's all it is. Maybe it can become more. I mean, we just have the page here, but with the sun, I mean, when I see these two, I feel like somebody really wants to ask you out. They want more information. They want more knowledge. They want to start, and they're just in their head so much. They're not just making it happen. Asking, maybe somebody asking you out, or like starting that business or starting that plan. But this says, yeah, you should. The Knight of Swords is here. So rushing into something really fast, a direct focus, all logic. It's a really fast energy. It could be an air sign. But I feel like sometimes the Knight of Swords is tunnel vision. They have a certain way it has to be in mind, and they have the blinders on the horses, and you don't get to see what's over there or what's over there, and that could be really important. So don't keep your blinders on. Be open. Something could come into your life really fast, rush in, that makes you have to make a decision very fast. Or you might have to use that energy and do something really fast too. One more card, clarity for the Sun, the Nine of Swords, the Page, and of Cups, and Swords. Justice. It's like one pillar is happy and one pillar is sad. So maybe not everybody is happy in a situation. Maybe that comes in time, or it can be rebalanced. It's number 11. So I feel like there should be equality, but energies are flowing. It's not always equal every day. This is having good balanced decision. It's being clear with that sword, but you're holding the scale. So it's that balance of time and energy and what's valuable to you. It could be really just making a decision, a clear path, a clear direction. This girl looks like, I don't know, it kind of looks like this one is a little sad and this one's a little like pushy. Both of those energies look weird. So maybe she has to go back to her, or yourself, or this person who's making a decision to really use logic and balance and intuition and not listen to everybody else. Maybe take opinions that are there, but if it's everyone else's idea of what brings you balance or what brings you on this beautiful path of brilliance, maybe it's like just take it with a grain of salt. But I feel like you have the intelligence, the strength, the capacity, the desire, the heart to actually make a decision. To lift this veil, see what's behind in this new territory. Could be anything. New territory is the unknown. This could also be somebody else making a decision. That could change your life. That could just not affect your life at all. Or it could just bring like some adjustments. Three of Pentacles, working well together. Huh. The little bugs. One has the plans. One is just maybe like, it looks like just support. Maybe they're going to put on a uniform and start building later, but there's one with the tools here. There's a specific energy that's up on the, it's like maybe they're not equal, but they find a way to raise themselves so there's equality. So maybe somebody even getting a raise, or somebody's changing their position of power. This is getting to work together, working well. How can everybody benefit? What can everybody do that they're good at? You know, I always see this, like if one person's good with the numbers, like, and they're not so artistic, don't, you know, have them on that project, have them do the numbers, so that's secure. And if somebody else is good with people, don't put them at a desk by themselves on a computer where they're not using those skills. So it's changing things around. So everybody's personalities and gifts and education and everything in the situation. So everybody is being themselves and benefiting everybody. Like everybody helps each other build something. To the bottom. This Nine of Cups keeps coming back. So you do have the Sun and the Nine of Cups. So this is a wish come true. This is making possibilities. It can, the situation, even if there are people at odds, there is a way for everybody to work together, even if something's changed. There's been an adjustment somewhere. That could be in a family dynamic, between friends, at a job, adjustments in your partnerships. If you have a business or something like that, maybe you worked with certain contractors before, but maybe they don't bring the right thing to the table for what you need now, and it's bringing different people on board. It could be a new partnership, a love situation that comes, and maybe that feels, it changed who you're friends with, who you hang around with. If you move somewhere, to be with a certain person, it could create change. So that could make this, maybe not in your life, maybe change brings maybe you're bringing that quick change to somebody else's life. This means it'll be okay. The sunshine warms the situation because it's like love and warmth and compassion for everybody. And this is how there can be happiness, I'm getting, amongst friends or amongst family or amongst coworkers or different partnerships. Like everybody can be satisfied. They're get what I'm getting value, get what they're worth. So if you're maybe not applying for something and you're not asking for what you really want per hour, per job, per whatever, and you feel like you're worth something, this is really standing your ground, knowing you are worth that. Whatever you do, your time is valuable, your energy is valuable, and it will be received well. And if somebody's not taking you as being valuable, it's moving your energy somewhere else because you're going to be valued. And this is not just one area. It maybe starts as a wish, but it grows. I mean, this little mushroom is dancing. They're doing this thing. I'm yeah. It's like maybe something was weird. You're trying to balance it out, teetering on a decision. You're waiting for a decision. This could be the luck just changing. Deciding to take a chance, or maybe how you saw something when you were younger, didn't feel like you could ever have it all. I mean, this is coming through and saying you can actually give to others and help others too. Upside down, it's a little bit selfish or overindulgent, or not allowing yourself to dream or move towards what you desire or your wishes coming true. Let's go to the other tarot. This is the TV tarot. Let's see. This is a new deck, so I'm curious to see if I know what TV shows they are. I'm not that big of a TV person. Every once in a while I get into a specific show, but I don't normally watch TV, so let's see. Let's see what comes through. Clarity on justice. 3 of Pentacles. This is also being fair to everyone around you. The justice. pages. The 9. You have 2 pages, 2 9s, Justice, and 3. Could be 3 people working really well together, but it looks like 2 are more of a partnership and 1 is more like working well, stepping up to the, I'm getting there, like maybe they didn't want to work well before, they were like lower before, but they're like stepping up to the plate finally, getting on board with something. Clarity, the collective. The sun. Is it the sun? No, it's not the sun. It looks, look at this. That looked like the sun. That was what I saw first, but it's actually the lovers. So it is a partnership. It's a really loving partnership. Like, oh, feels really blessed. Like, even if it's in, like, The Odd Couple, I think this is Mork and Mindy. I think I know that, but I don't really know the show. But I'm getting like an odd couple, like maybe a partnership that no one ever expected, or maybe they're just the right kind of weird for each other. But the sun in that, look at the sun. It's the lovers, but all you see is this beautiful sunshine. So it's like maybe a partnership that just being around somebody in particular, or working with somebody at a job, or, you know, whether that's business or love, family, whatever, it's like sunshine beams even brighter when you're together. The outfits. What's behind them? I mean, there's an apple tree. I like his red sneakers. There's a mountain there, but it's like nothing is as clear as the sun. This, you know, the one guy's just kind of like waving, like, hey, like we're here, or like, I don't know, they just look so comfortable. It's not like, I'm not getting the hot and heavy lovers with this. It's a Gemini energy. I'm getting that there's a real friendship. There's a real bond. There's a connection that's not even spoken about. It's just known. It's like they just get each other, but this could be a choice. This is usually a choice card. Choosing to work together, choosing to not, allowing somebody else to make their own choice. What is good for you? What is your heart telling you? I hear, how is this possible? So that could be like somebody figuring out, like, how is it possible? Can it work? I don't know if it could ever work. And then I see the other side of that same question, like, you're there and you're like, how is this even possible? How am I here? This is so amazing. So I see like somebody like wanting this, but can't figure out how it could possibly work. And then I see the other side where you're there, and you're like, holy crap, it worked. How did that work? What a miracle. So, where are we at? Yeah, let's end with what's at the bottom, which is the Magician. Stepping into your own creation of your world, stepping into abundance, taking the ideas you have in your mind, seeing your talents, that you have connections, you have the means to do it around you. If you don't have that certain thing, you can make a phone call, you can ask for help. It's figuring it out. But you have to get out of the plans. You have to believe, and then put energy into something so it can start to unfold, so it can start to be, not just believe it. Now you're being it. It's here, it's there, it's working, it's unfolding. It's wow. Upside down, it's trying to fool somebody, trying to trick them. You know, it's like parlor tricks. It's not really that impressive. This way, when it's thinking of something and then actually getting to create it for real and have it manifest, that's impressive. That's some impressive shit. So it could be 2 people that are manifesting the same thing. It could be that clarity came through, that luck changed, and now you know how to sort of start to put some energy into it becoming. I don't know what show this is at all. But I see the infinity. That's what glows. It also looks like a neon. I recently got into neons. I know I'm not actually live on air either, but I really like that sign. Sometimes I put it in my window. I actually took it out of my window so that my mom and sister know if I am recording and don't just like come into my house like unannounced. So maybe you're sending like a little signal like, hey, available or not available. But that neon is like that arrow. It's infinity. It's not just going to continue to a doorway that's, you know, not going to open. It's infinity. It's a path that's going to like keep saying yes, keep working with you. Maybe perhaps bring you more choosing, but you know, it looks like something you do want to choose. Maybe finally leaving this behind doesn't mean that you won't have sleepless nights in the future. But it's also recognizing you could have more of this. You know, the future that you saw for yourself as a younger energy could be possible, or maybe the future you see for yourself right now is beyond better than anything you could have thought of as a kid. All right, I hope this was helpful for you guys. I love you so much. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you soon.